And I didn't know that there is a way to be abundant without working hard. There's a way to manifest like a crazy opportunities, like being America's Got Talent, like making multiple six figures a year without killing myself, being a present parent. Like these are possibilities that you can have. If I can, and I'm a girl that was born in a shitty place in Belarus, to now being here in America, living my dream, being in an amazing relationship, having my own family, doing what I love, you can do it too. I promise you.
Welcome to the Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast. I'm Natalia, a certified hypnotherapist and a mindset shifter. Not too long ago, I was a broke, burned out, multi-passionate single woman to now making six figures effortlessly, marrying the love of my life and attracting what I want by using my unique bridge method. I'm here to help you achieve the results you want in any area of your life by owning your true unique self with less doing, less stress, and definitely less effort. Now let's jump to today's episode in 3, 2, 1.
Can you share the story behind the Cloud9 app? What inspired you to create it?
So it's very interesting. Doing my work as a hypnotherapist, I helped so many people through subconscious rewiring. And then I figure out, wait,
can we backtrack for a second?
Yeah, sure.
What got you into being a hypnotherapist? How did you get into that?
That is a very good question, actually. I came here to become an opera singer 10, 15 years ago. Yeah.
An opera singer.
Opera singer. Me.
Wow.
And I thought, this is what I'm going to do. I want to be the greatest opera singer in the world. And New York is the place. And they have the best teachers, the best schools, the best opportunities. Mm-hmm. And I got to the point where I was studying with the best vocal coach. Mm. That's pretty much what they said she is. I don't know if she was the best for me particularly. And that's a different story. But I got to the point where I lost my voice frequently. And I got to the point where I didn't have my voice at all.
When you say you lost your voice, is that supposed to be symbolic or
no,
metaphoric?
Like literally couldn't use my voice.
Did that happen before you began with this teacher?
No.
So did it have something to do with that teacher?
The teacher triggered something in me that all the fears that I had, my body just shut down, and my voice, as you know, that's what I believe. Our voice is a reflection of ourselves and our subconscious and our soul.
Absolutely.
And when you have that, that is where your voice is just showing you, okay, this is where your blockage is. I didn't know that. I just thought something is wrong with my voice.
And that's what usually happens, right? Most people, we don't subscribe what's going on internally to anything externally.
Exactly.
How did you find out it was connected with your vocal teacher?
So I actually went to a doctor, and they just put steroids in my vocal cords. They shoot steroids.
Okay.
And then I just did. There's not much you can do other than just be quiet for like 3 days, don't say a word, and be a singer and a teacher. Good luck not using your voice with that. Right. And then I was like, there's something more than that. There's something deeper. So I really started to go to Alexander technique. Ooh. I don't know if you heard about that, but it's an amazing technique that helps you to optimize using your body in the best way and alignment. Mm-hmm. So it helps with your vocal production. Mm-hmm. That was helpful. But what's interesting with that specific person that was doing the practice on me, she didn't know she was doing it, but she also did energy healing on me. Wow. And that what's opened my eyes to this whole subconscious, meditation, all these things. So you didn't
know what any of those things were before this?
I knew a little bit. I was always about self-development, but always for the sake of success. Always for the sake of getting something.
Right, not just for the internal success.
Not the healing, the deep healing.
Feeling fulfilled within.
Exactly.
So it's interesting that you say that, because I find that a lot of people, especially in big cities like New York, it's very common. We can have so much knowledge about the outside world. How do you get success? What do you have to do to make more money, to do more? But we don't take the time to work on ourselves internally. Yeah. So for someone who's listening that doesn't have any idea, what is the subconscious? How does it connect with your mind? How does it connect with the Cloud9 app, which of course we're gonna get into? Can you break that down for people so they can know what you learned when you went to that energy healer?
So here's the thing. she just kind of opened my eyes to it. It was a long journey until I got to the actual subconscious rewiring. Okay. So I went to Tony Robbins. I read all these books. I did Abraham Hicks. I whatever you could find online, I did. Okay. I went to seminars and it was working, but it wasn't like the deep, long-lasting change that I was looking for. You know, you're coming to these seminars.
So what wasn't working? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you had an excitement from all those seminars and events,
Exactly.
and you felt so good, but then you lost it?
Exactly. Because you come back to your familiar environment.
Yes.
Same
Water always
patterns.
falls to its level.
Exactly. And I was just like coming back to the same routine and same thought process and same identity until I figure out, oh my God, I didn't know about the power about subconscious. Like subconscious, knowing that it's actually responsible of 98% of your reality.
Yes.
So all your choices, all your thoughts, all your behaviors, all your even feelings towards something, like how you know you like A, but you don't like B. It's something that is wired into your subconscious, in your DNA.
Carl Jung, the psychologist, had a great quote. Until we make the unconscious conscious, we will call it fate, and it'll dictate our life.
Amen. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So we all already are hypnotized. We all already somehow are rewired to a certain pattern, certain behavior. The thing is, we don't really have control of it. And my goal with Cloud9 is giving people back the control of what it is that you want to create and not having any blockages that stops them from doing it. Like not having this, when they want to create something, having this syndrome of imposture or feeling they're not good enough or feeling whatever this feeling that stops them from actually proceeding whatever it is they're meant to do in this world. So
what you put in the Cloud9 app, you found out when you were doing all these events and all these healings and whatnot, you found out the right answer because you dove into the subconscious and you found techniques that you've been applying to your life, and that's what you're bringing to this app.
yes.
What are those things?
So I went specifically to be certified in hypnotherapy. I'm board certified. It's a serious thing. And actually in certain countries, it's actually forbidden to be hypnotherapist. Yes.
Is it some religious kind of thing?
It's because they know the power of it. And, some countries don't want you to have a power to change your life and better your life, right? That's a completely separate conversation. But so after I got certified in it and I would start practicing on my clients, when I was teaching voice and seeing the effects of it, like, oh my God, people that were afraid singing high notes, suddenly they're singing high notes with no issues. They lost their voice. No longer they're losing their voice. They have more powerful voice. They have confidence, right? And I'm like, oh my God, it's not about the skills. It's not about all these things that we think they're external things. It's all about the two things behind, the one thing behind, between your 2 years, one thing, hopefully. And after that, I was like, oh my God. But then I realized it's not enough. The regular hypnotherapy, what I found, it doesn't take you to the super conscious level. So a lot of people talk about the subconscious, but there's the deeper layer, which is the super conscious. The super conscious is literally a lineage that lives in your DNA.
Oh, like your DNA, your ancestry?
Your ancestry and all the things that you carry in your blood, in your being that you're not even aware of, that we're accessing that and we heal it in the root cause. Through getting you to that point through
like
breath
plant
work.
medicine.
Yes, and that's the thing. I never did plant medicine. I never felt drawn to it. Nothing against it, but it's very, like anything that is popular, you got to be very, very careful who facilitate that.
Yes.
There's a lot of things out there, and I believe we don't need anything external to get to these
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
That
needs to be normalized.
Exactly. And that's why breathwork and certain kind of breathwork patterns that I found, they get you to that point where you're just like open and you're getting to that super conscious level and we heal it on a root cause, whatever it is that you carry from whatever your great-great-grandmother or something that you learned during this lifetime, heal it, rewrite your story, and then you feel safe to pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue.
Yes. So when you're doing these breathwork practices and these techniques, what usually comes up for the clients you've done this with, even yourself? Is it emotion? What is it?
A lot of times it's the perception of the story that happened to you. So I have some people that come to me that have physical pain. Let's say they have a pain in their shoulders. Shoulders represent pressure on ourselves. It's sometimes pressure from our parents and the parents that learn from their parents and so forth and so forth, right? So whenever I do these practices and I get to that root cause and we find that this actual pain is actually happened in their previous 300 lifetimes ago,
right,
when they were in a war, and I'm not kidding, and they felt the pressure of some sort, and that's what they internalized, and that's what in their DNA and they carry till this day. How crazy is that? And some of us don't know that we carry that. And we think that's just who we are.
It's not who we are.
It's not who we are. We can choose to be who we are.
Yes.
And that is what's exciting. We don't have to be a victim of my mother being a certain way, my father being a certain way. It's like, no. Whatever happened to us, as bad as it could be, it's always our perception and taking our power back, forgiving ourselves, forgiving the people that were involved in that, not because they did the right thing, not because they deserve it, because we deserve it. And we deserve to heal ourselves to truly fulfill our soul mission. And by doing that, you're also healing them, by the way. But you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for you. And that is where I'm so excited that people now going to have the accessibility to that. A lot of people can't afford going to a hypnotherapist. Or if they're going to a hypnotherapist, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And some people think they're not hypnotizable is because they're using the traditional hypnotherapy. But because I was able to truly take the best of the best, what I saw with my clients that works the best, and also for me, and put it into one session, one sitting that is not long. It's not like a 3-hour situation.
How long does it take typically?
Usually 15 minutes.
Wow.
It's that fast. It could be even 9.
That's another belief system to break, that healing has to take long.
Oh my God, yes.
What are your thoughts on you always have to be healing?
Oh my God, I hate it. I think it's great to be committed to your healing, but it also can lead to the toxicity, being toxic. You can be very toxic about it. It's almost saying like the way you are is not good.
Yes.
It's not good enough.
Right.
And it's like, wait.
That is the message you're sending to your subconscious.
Exactly. And that's what you're putting out there. Wait, I'm not good enough. I need to heal this. I need to heal this. I need to heal this. Girl, we need to heal all the fucking time. But let's give ourselves grace and truly like unconditional love for who we are and the growth that we did so far. So I think there is periods of time where we need to like, okay, there's something that comes up and it's kind of out there and in your face that that require, and how your higher self always like to do, it's kind of nudge you into healing that so you can go to the next level. Because if you're asking for more money, the version you right now is not able to hold that type of money. So something is going to come to you through the law of reflection saying, hey, this is the trigger. This is what needs to be healed. And if you heal it, you're actually going to be able to hold more money, more abundance, and actually enjoy it. Because it's not about just manifesting stuff. It's about actually enjoying them and actually be able to sustain them. So that is what,
There are so many wellness apps in this space currently, which is a beautiful thing. What would you say it is that makes Cloud9 different from some of those competitors?
You know, I think it's not about competition. I think about everybody has their own style. It's almost like music. There's lots of pop musicians. There's lots of opera singers. There's lots of music. It's one of those things you have to find what works for you. And I feel like what I do with Cloud9, I never seen a combination between subconscious, breathwork, somatics, energy healing into one. It's like, for me, that's why I created it, because I didn't really have like you do breath work separately, you do subconscious rewiring differently, you do this, you do that, but there's not like, I don't have the time. I'm a mom,
right?
I'm a businesswoman. I do a lot of things. I don't have time to sit down and do this and do that and do this.
One-stop shop.
Exactly.
That makes our life simple and effective.
I have my 10, 15 minutes in the morning. It's a miracle. And I want to get the best of the best in one sitting. And that's what I wanted. So people that are busy, moms, especially for moms, like, oh my God, like you need this. And anybody, as you said, in New York City, they're busy. They're doing so much. There's so much stimulation and you need that space for yourself. And that's why I'm so about like less than 15 minutes, 15
That's
minutes,
important.
and that's it.
Yeah.
That's if you don't have 15 minutes, you don't have a life.
So
right?
what makes up the app Cloud9? What components are there? You said there's breathwork, subconscious reprogramming. Do you want to get into what those things are, what they mean?
Yeah, so breathwork is using your breath, certain patterns to get you to the super subconscious mind, right? To get to the point where you actually have access to your programming.
Is there scientific research on that?
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Back in the days, what's interesting, in World War I, they didn't have anesthesia. And they used,
Gosh,
yes,
that's crazy.
I know. And they used hypnotherapy to get the soldiers not even being aware that they're performing surgery on them. So imagine they open your heart, they open your leg, whatever it is. They don't feel any pain. Can you imagine?
No.
Like that is the power of your mind.
Right.
So, I mean, there's so much evidence of this work, but again, it's about
Plus
you need
your
to
own case
feel
studies. Sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
but like you've done this on multiple people, right? And you've tried it yourself, so you know it works. It's proven.
Exactly.
That's
It's
awesome.
not about, honestly, I don't care about researchers. I don't care about other people. I know what works for me. I know what works for my
The
clients.
source is you.
Exactly. And that's it. And that's what's the most important thing.
If it works for people in modern times, it works. You know?
Exactly. Amen.
So breath work, we covered that.
Right.
And then what's the next component?
Subconscious rewiring. So the difference between
Sounds
meditation.
fancy. What is that?
I know. So subconscious rewiring, it's very specific, right? It's not just a meditation. Meditation is just to make you feel good, relax, feel at peace. Fantastic. We want to do something more specific with subconscious rewiring, right? What is the subconscious? We know what it is. Rewiring is what we rewire. What is your current
Belief
software?
systems.
Exactly.
Yes,
What
the
is
belief systems holding you back, keeping you in these patterns that you want to change.
Exactly. So if you have a fear that you feel, we're going to go to the root cause of what is this feeling? And it's what is connecting into your subconscious mind. We're going to change the energy there. We're going to change the story there. And then also we're going to use energy healing and somatics. Somatics, it's all about the body because the body holds the energy, right? We're still humans in the 3D.
Yeah.
We're still holding the energy. Animals, actually, if you notice, dogs shake themselves.
Yeah, I did notice
You
that.
know, they shake the energy out. If they feel a kind of way, they don't hold the
That's a
energy.
good point.
They just shake it out and they're good to go. We, on the other hand, we make a story about that.
We freeze and
Freeze.
internalize it and keep
Exactly.
the trapped emotions stuck in our body.
Exactly.
And those things can manifest as a painful shoulder, anxiety, depression,
Diseases.
rashes.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So every disease, it's a physical representation
It's a
of
symptom.
unresolved energy. Every disease, and I'm talking every disease you have right now, people think just pop a pill is going to help you. It's going to take off the symptom, but it's not going to heal you on the root cause. And people don't understand how it, like, that's why I understood like the connection between the physical and the energetics. And now that we're moving to the 5D, we're moving to this new consciousness, we see, like we can't ignore it anymore. We don't, like I feel like humanity is ready right
Yeah, I
now.
feel like the frequency is raised so much on the planet where, let's say this is where we are,
Yeah.
the truth and the alignment of the times, it doesn't mesh with the old energies that were a lot of deceit and lies and not taking care of ourselves and just shoving it down and
Yes.
pushing through, going from war, having your PTSD and beating your wife at home and kids.
Oh my
and
God.
passing it
Jesus Christ.
ancestral trauma.
Just beer. Oh my God. Yes. And that's the thing. People are done with the physical. People are already questioning things. People want to go deeper. People see that it's not working also. People are going to see like, oh my God, I'm facing the same thing. There has to be a way. And if you're smart and you're persistent, you're going to get the answers. And the answers is always within you, as cliche as it sound, but you truly hold the power to heal. And that's what I kind of don't want to gatekeep it anymore. I want people to have the accessibility to use it, to
Yes.
heal themselves
Yes.
and feel the difference for themselves. And it can be as little as they want to lose weight, or they want to have more confidence, or they want to manifest more money, or their dream partner, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But it's always, in the end of the day, is knowing that you are in charge of it. It's not like, oh, you're not meant to have a partner, or you didn't meant to have a lot of money. Says who? You can have
your belief systems at the
exactly.
moment. Yeah.
It's whatever you wired to. So that is why the combination of those three is so important, because they're all very powerful individually. But can you imagine like the power of all three of them in one? It's just like
That's amazing.
Exactly.
What are some of the common belief systems that came up from people that use this?
So a lot of it is not feeling worthy. The sense that we need to work really, really hard for anything we want. We want to be the greatest star in the world. Well, it's either you're born to be one or you're not. Like, no, you could be anything you want. And this sense of like, in order to have a lot of money, I need to work really, 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 really hard. I need to sacrifice my health, my time with my family, my time with myself. Like, I'm not supposed to enjoy it. I'm supposed to grind and hustle. It's like, no, my love, you are an extension of source. And just the fact that you're here on planet Earth, I don't see the animals pay rent. I don't see them pay for their food.
It out.
they're like chilling. And why? It's the human concept that we've been sold that we need to pay for our existence. And it's not true. And it's all because we wired this way. But if we can change the narrative, say, you know what? I'm allowing myself to be a vessel for a lot of fucking money, a lot of abundance, a lot of opportunities, and really be open to that and be able to hold that.
Yes.
Game change. Like it's game over. You can do anything you want.
So those same people who had that belief system in the beginning of using Cloud9, what was their outcome after? What was the result? What changed?
Oh my God. So first of all, one of my clients, she felt physical pain. She's actually a nurse.
Oh, wow.
And she got to the point where she couldn't function. And that's the thing, right?
Like
but
extreme fatigue or
like couldn't move, like extreme pain. She couldn't move her arm.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And if she's gonna go to the doctor, he's gonna say, well, go to PT, go maybe even a shot of some sort, right? Painkillers. But when we went to the root cause of it, it was really the sense of not feeling worthy, because left hand, it's all about receiving. So if you feel pain in the left side of your body, there is something in your feminine energy, the feminine, which is the receiver, is not in balance. Something is not healed. Usually it's through our parents, through our mother figure, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not about really the parents. It's what are you internalized, right? So healing that on the root cause not only allowed her to feel like she can actually move her arm. She immediately, and I'm talking about like chronic pain for months in one session. That's incredible. And also she
miraculous.
And she got like, she told me, so she's investing in stocks, right? But she always pulled money. She never thought she's going to have a certain amount that she thought she will have. And she talked to her advisor and she's like, you have this amount. I don't remember the amount, but it was a lot more than she expected. And she's like, to know that you are supported and provided for no matter what, it's such a game change. So that is only one, but there's so many stories about like the fact that you're releasing that and you're allowing yourself to be open to other possibilities.
Yes.
It's amazing. Now, the thing is, that's important to say, after this rewiring session, after you do the clearing, you also have to do the maintenance. Think about it like when you do the session of Cloud9 of clearing, there's a specific section for clearing.
Yes. Integrating.
I call it the energetic surgery. Okay. You did the surgery.
Yeah.
Now we need to do the maintenance to make sure the surgery is actually performed well. So if you're going to do your the energetic surgery and then the next day you are going to just keep doing whatever you did before.
That's important.
What is the neural pathway that has the
thinking.
most, like, that is the strongest right now? It's what you used to do for 30, how old you are, right? So yes, we heal that, but it doesn't mean that it's dead. It's still active. Yes. So in order to make sure the new neural pathway is active, the new belief system in your brain, in your energy field, we have to nourish it. And how you do it? By being persistent, at least for 21 days after.
And consistent. Yes.
Exactly. So I have a whole other section about maintenance. So cultivating this energy. There is obviously affirmations, but not affirmations like, I am abundant. Like nobody believes it. You don't believe it. You're just saying it. It's more about I'm choosing to expand myself to feel more abundant. Like knowing how to word things and how to do things and asking also questions versus saying an affirmation. As I call it ask-formation. It's more like, how am I abundant today? And look what happens to your brain. Your brain right away looking for answers. Yes. And it's like, I'm abundant just because somebody bought me a cup of coffee.
And that rewires your brain right there.
Exactly.
Because what you do frequently becomes neural pathway, and you're always looking for the good, or you're looking for what to be grateful.
Exactly.
So you're saying this app helps with that.
100%. And it's literally suffocating the old neural pathway, the old belief. And once the new belief is so active, it's done and you're there, and it's like you're normal. It's like you're not, it's not even, you don't need to think about it. It just becomes who you are. And that's what is exciting.
That is exciting. So if someone is skeptical about energy healing or subconscious wiring, what would you say to them?
Try it. Honestly,
simple.
It's one of those things where my husband never were into spirituality. He wasn't never into like this woohoo stuff.
This woohoo
stuff. Literally woo-hoo. Zero. Yeah, like woohoo. Not exactly. Not kind of that woo. And he told me, like, once you see the change in the other person and you see what they're manifesting, you see what they're doing.
Leading by example is the best way.
And I never pushed him. And then suddenly he's like, you know what? I want to try this hypnotherapy thing,
Look at that.
And he tried it and it worked so amazing for him.
That is awesome.
So, it's all about being an example, but try it. What do you have to lose, And I feel like if you've been listening to this, there's something in your soul, your higher self, bring you this breadcrumb to follow it, take the bite and truly try it for yourself and see the results. And then the rest is history.
Yeah, absolutely. Writing your own history.
Yeah.
So those are all the components. What's it like when someone opens this app, like from start to finish, that 15-minute practice?
So in the app itself, there's categories, right? There is health, there is performance, there is finance, abundance. There's different kind of categories.
And what are these categories for? Is it like your focus?
Yes, whatever it is. So if, let's say you also have like your morning meditation, so you can start like, oh my God, today I don't know what I want to manifest. I don't know what it is I want to heal. I just want to feel good today.
That's a good thing to do.
Exactly. And that's what I think that is actually very important, to be dedicated to your happiness, because happiness is not what happening to us, or it's not these external things. It's about choosing to feel happy. And it's a muscle you need to work. Like you go to the gym. Absolutely. It's a muscle you need to work. Like being happy is very hard these days. There's a lot of reasons not to be happy, but it's about you cultivating this muscle in you and this energy in you, and doing this every single morning, setting yourself up to feeling this way. Your whole day is going to be different. So you're going to go to the app, you're going to choose to what do you feel called to, what do you feel kind of like, oh, I want to do this meditation for going to sleep. Like I can't sleep. I feel like all these thoughts, all these things.
That happens a lot to people. Yeah. So it's really amazing that you're addressing this right now.
Yes. It's like instead of having a drink.
I was going to say, no. There's someone I know that's a lawyer, and they like drink themselves to bed. I'm like, that's not good for you. Like you got to try to find something else to stop that.
Nothing is good and bad. Alcohol, obviously, it's not the best thing in the world. But whenever we use anything external, it could be anything. Although, like even water. If you have a lot of water, it's not good for you.
Right, anything, that's not.
Anything that is too much is not good for you.
But alcohol can dull you, and it can make your behavior off. That's what I meant by like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, like no judgment on people who want to partake, but
100%.
There are better ways. Yeah,
exactly. But it's like people forget, like, okay, you are hiding something, you're suppressing something, you're using something to numb yourself. There's gonna be a point when your body is gonna signal to you, red light, right? You can't hide anymore. So it's up to you to really
grow in your closet.
100%. So either you are now going to, you're forgetting that you have a choice, and say, instead of getting this drink, instead of going watching a movie or a serial just to kind of like numb
Social
yourself,
media till
or
you
social
can't
media.
do it anymore.
And everybody's, I'm like, sometimes I have to like catch myself.
Oh, yeah.
It
I think we all do
sucks
this
you
time.
in. Oh my God. Anything external. I say,
Yes.
you know what? I'm just going to put this, I'm going to hit play. I'm going to lay down and I'm going to breathe. I'm going to center myself. You're just a different person after that. And if you, after that, want to get a glass of wine or watch a show, go ahead, but do it from a neutral place. Don't do it from a place of you need this to feel good. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
Okay. So where do you see Cloud9 in the next 5 years?
I truly see at least 150,000 people using it regularly. But more excitingly, I want to go and visit major cities around the world and do these pop-ups, meditations. So the people that are using the app, we're going to meet each other, create a community. Because I think just healing itself is so lonely. Let's talk about it. Like, this is not, if you healing yourself, like either your friends think you're crazy or either your mom is like, what are you doing? Yes.
Yes. And if you don't have a support system on your journey, wherever you are, it's harder to keep those good habits that you're trying to form.
Exactly. Because it's not like they're against that, they're against you changing. And they don't like the fact you're changing. So the fact that, you know, you can see other people like-minded like you can experience it. You see like also like, oh my God, there's so many people around me, and create these new relationships that based on your new values, new beliefs. It's so exciting. So I just see this becoming international. I see it as becoming a bigger community.
Yes. So that kind of goes into the next question. How do you envision Cloud9 helping people on a larger scale beyond individual healing?
Exactly. So exactly that, you know, just the fact that it's accessible to any person in the world. And so it's $22 a month. Like, this is not even a sandwich in New York.
Yeah, it could be a 500 and a 400. Like, your sessions could continue adding up.
100%. And the fact that you have access for $22 a month to infinite I don't call them meditations, but I call them tracks.
Less than $1 a day if you use it every day.
It's so true. I didn't think about it. There you go. So less than $1 a day to keep your the doctor away.
That's a good one.
It's gonna be a new slogan.
That's a great one.
But it's so cool that you can have there's no reason for you not to try it, right? It's like in terms of your money, in terms of trying it and seeing the results, it's gonna just make you a new person.
Would you say investing yourself is the number one thing you want to invest in?
You know what? I actually put a reel about it. You know, we have so many investments thinking that is going to make us safe and that is going to make us whole and make us feel abundant. You know, talk about stock market, talk about gold, silver, crypto, whatever you're into, it doesn't matter. Or real estate. It's, in the end of the day, it's what does it make us feel, right? We want to invest to feel a certain security. But what is truly going to make you the most secure is you. And knowing that you have everything you need when the time is coming, whatever it is, let's say the hardship, let's say a financial collapse. It's not about the things. Yeah, the physical things are going to appear, but it's about you being centered and not be like.
And how do you regulate when things come up? Because they inevitably will. Everyone, whether you're so wealthy, not wealthy, you're this age, that age, everyone's going through their ups and downs in life. No one's life is perfect. So how are you going to keep yourself centered when that happens?
Exactly.
Things like this. Coming back to your base.
It's so true. And you know what it is? What you brought up, it's very true. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much fame you have. No. It doesn't matter how, I don't care, like a partner, like you're very happy in your relationship. The things you think, any external thing is going to heal, it's never going to do that. It's like a Band-Aid, you know? It's going to be good for 1, 2, 3, 4 days, but then it's going to come stronger and bigger because it wants you to heal. It's not like your body is betraying you. It's not like God hates you. It's about you coming here to gain the power back because you're a co-creator. You are a creator of your life, and take that power back, take full responsibility of your life, and do what's needed to rewrite your story, to create the life that you want, and just doing it.
So what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting out on their inner journey?
It's actually be very gentle with yourself And don't come from the sense that something is wrong with you. Actually, come from the sense and this perspective that actually you're whole and you are incredible, powerful being. We've been told that we're just this flesh and you know, blood and this human suit that we're wearing. You're an electromagnetic being. Your heart, by the way, is the biggest electromagnetic pump.
Yep.
That is projecting this energy and this frequency that you don't even know how it's affecting the entire freaking universe. And you are the universe itself. Like each and every one of us is a universe of itself walking, and we're all kind of sinking in this beautiful, magical way. But you are so much more than you think you are. And we've just been taught that we are just not important, that we need to work for our worth, we need to have certain things to be called worthy. You are already worthy. And by coming from the sense of nothing is wrong with you, you're not fucked up, you're actually, you are perfect. It's just your perception of yourself that was unfortunately diluted by other people, your environment. That's what we need to heal to refocus you to what you truly are. See yourself from the eyes of source that sees you, the perfection you are. I'm a mother. I see my son as the perfection that he is. And he's not perfect. Like sometimes he's annoying. Sometimes he has tantrums. Sometimes he's doing this. Sometimes he's doing that.
All humans are perfectly imperfect.
Exactly.
And that's what makes us perfect.
But it's like, I'm not seeing him as not worthy of getting $3 million
Because he
right now.
tantrums or...
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
But if we look at ourselves and we are not, quote unquote, perfect, we're not doing all the things, we're not calling 500 people a day, why would I make $3 million? Why not? Right. You make the rules for yourself. So the way whatever screen, whatever glasses you put on and you see the world through, that is what you're going to get.
Yes.
It's literally, you are the director of your life. So
Yes.
you choose whatever script you want.
So I'm curious your input on this. I feel something that happens in this space a lot is extremism. So people will be like, okay, I'm going to get Cloud9. Here I go, 30 days every day. And they're really extreme. They stick to it fully. And then they miss it a day or two. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to just not do it at all. Right?
The all or
How
nothing.
do you find, yes, because that's so common.
Yeah.
When someone's starting this journey or just in the process of it, how, from your experience, do people prevent going all one way or the other so they can find that moderation, consistently do it?
I think, again, it comes back to the self-compassion and self-love.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's all about, again, if this all or nothing, it's a fly or fight response.
Yes.
It's that there is conditions to my success. There's conditions for my well-being. There's conditions. It's not about what you do. It's how you are. It's your being. I can chill. You can chill, like literally chill and like watch TV and be like totally calm.
Yeah.
And get something on my phone, like, oh, this sale happened, oh, this thing happened, and I wasn't doing anything. Or I can sit on watch TV and be like stressed about it and feel like, oh my God, I feel bad about it and why I'm doing it and I should be doing something else. And that is, it's not about what you do, it's the frequency that you do the thing that is actually giving you the results. So if you listening to your internal guidance, which is your intuition, after you doing, let's say 30 days and you want to take 2 days off, please do.
Yes.
Right? Like if you feel called to and you feel good today to not do anything, not heal, not do anything productive, quote unquote, a freaking man. I want that. I want people to follow what's right for them. But it's almost like, people say like, oh, I'm going to do intuitive eating. It's a thing right now, intuitive eating. Like just eat whatever your intuition says to you, which is important. I believe in that.
Yeah.
But you have to cleanse yourself first because your brain is hijacked by parasites.
I do want to say one thing really quick.
Yeah.
So someone I worked with, he had cancer at one point.
Oh, wow.
And he was telling me how his body intelligence saved his life because he was in a hospital getting chemotherapy and he hated the chemotherapy, of course. His body kept wanting him to eat a lot of fat, like drink the milk, drink this. He later left because the chemotherapy, every session, he'd feel weaker and weaker and weaker. And as he was reading and holistically learning how to heal himself from the cancer, he was reading that when you're heavier set that is a protective barrier, so the toxic chemicals from the chemo wasn't getting into him. Again, it just goes to show how intelligent our body is, and it lets us know what we need and what we don't need with intuition. But my question for you is, how do people get in touch with their intuition?
Exactly. So first of all, we need to heal whatever is hijacking our perception of the world, right? If I want to listen to my intuition, because the intuition is very subtle. It's not your emotions. It's not how you feel.
It's easy to confuse.
Oh, 100%.
How do you know which is which?
So emotions are something that you feel strongly about. You're going to feel some kind of a way. Your intuition is very neutral. It's not going to like, it's almost like it's not what you prefer. It's not going to be what you prefer. It's going to be a very quiet, subtle voice that tells you right, left, this or that. And how you get in touch with it, you ask yourself for smaller things. Should I drink this water or should I drink this water? Should I eat this for lunch or should I eat that for lunch? And see how you feel after that. What is it really whatever you followed intuition? Was it actually that? Was it actually make you feel better or not? And you know, it's a whole thing about intuition. It's a whole, you got to go through, like really, again, it's a muscle you need to cultivate to learn how to listen.
Do you think this app could help people develop their intuition?
100%. There's actually a track, Making a Decision, that is going to help you.
I wish you said that before.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Share everything that's in this app. Yes.
So it's about making decisions. So sometimes we like, everything is a decision in our life, right? It's like all our life is built on decision. Some people give up control
as well to make decisions.
Exactly.
They're in a certain type of relationship, or they had an abusive parent and they feel very unsure of themselves. How does someone build back that trust in themselves?
Exactly. And like, oh my God, we will learn to go everywhere else but ourselves to get guidance. Oh, I'm going to call my friend. Oh, I'm going to call my therapist. Oh, you know, even as a coach, I tell my clients, I'm not going to make a decision for you. I'm going to get you to the point where you make the decision for yourself. Getting back your power back is very important. Now, the thing is about what we were saying.
We're talking about,
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, how do you know what is your intuition?
So how you know it's your intuition? So
building trust in your decision making.
Exactly. You have to trust it. And how you build trust? By doing the smaller things, by choosing the little things, right? So it's about really understanding, okay, I listened to my intuition about taking right instead of left when I was driving. Although my GPS told me to go left, I decided to go right, and actually I avoided, it didn't pick up an accident, and I was avoiding like 3 hours being on the road.
Yes.
For instance. It's something that people don't understand. Like, you have access to, like, everybody's about AI right now. You have an AI in you that is connected to the infinite intelligence that you just need to learn to trust. And once you trust it, it's becoming bigger and louder. And once it becomes louder, you can listen to more and smaller decisions. Then you can start thinking about big lifetime decisions. Should I marry this person? Should I pursue this career? Should I leave my job? Should I quit?
So this is in the Cloud9 app?
Yes.
So there's a section that says decisions for the day.
Yes, decision making. Any decision you want, you can go there, and it's going to help you to get in tune with your intuition and choose the decision right for you.
How does it do that? That sounds interesting. It sounds like an AI psychic.
Exactly. Yeah. So again, it gets you out of your human, out of the noise.
The beta.
Yeah, exactly. Get you to the theta. Yeah, yes. Yeah, girl, you know.
Yeah.
So we're getting to that state, and then we're getting to what we call the supernatural, which is your intuition, and we get the response. And also you have to know. Oh, it's a whole thing.
It's a lot. We should do a demonstration.
But I'll tell you the truth. So a lot of people, they don't understand that a lot of the decisions, they're actually. So a lot of things are hijacked by dark force. And this is not something that I made up. It's the truth, you know, but it's true.
Yeah.
And you think like, oh my God, this is like, why I feel the urge to do this tattoo? You know, it's not you. And it's like, it's so important to also in the spiritual world.
Yes.
There's a lot of dark force infiltrated into that. People think like it's not, it's only in politics, it's only in like certain things.
I'm glad you said that, because also it's about what we consume. Like there are some parasites in the food that you eat that take force in your body and make your brain think different thoughts.
Boom.
Yes.
So what do you think? There's no energetic parasites?
Right.
You think that in the spiritual self-development, that is very powerful, and the work that we do, you think there's people that know the power and they have the ability to control your thought process, they're not going to do anything about it? Absolutely they will do it. And they're very famous people and they have a lot of money in their back and they're out there, and you think you're going to their retreats and you're doing their meditations, you're getting all the benefits. No, you're not. You're actually picking up dark force. And then you don't understand why you like feel like you need that. You feel like it's almost like alcohol, right? They feel like you need it. And that is very important for me. Like so every track I infuse, I make sure that the person that listens to it get the protection and also only get guidance through light and source and not through dark forces. Just putting it out there. You don't need to know it. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it, great. But again, it's one of the things, your intuition.
Right? Like after you do anything, whether it's you listen to a podcast, you go to this coach, you go to this seminar, this retreat, how do you feel after? If what you were saying, you feel a sense of neediness to return back to them, then that's not empowering you.
Yeah, it's
right?
called a cult. Yup.
Yeah. Sounds like you have experience with some clients that have been in that.
Everybody, girl.
Yeah,
it's
everything is a cult in the world.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. No, it's not like everything is a cult, but it's like everywhere. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody wants our attention. Everybody wants our energy. Everybody wants our light.
That's the most valuable currency. It is.
And by taking your power back, by connecting to what you are, which is an extension of source, and gaining your power back, do your healing and becoming your most abundant, most high frequency person you could be in this lifetime, that is the best way to raise the frequency in the world. And also, well, what we are now in a spiritual world, that is how you can actually help by making sure the light is becoming bigger.
Absolutely. So how do you personally stay aligned in a high vibration when life gets tough?
I get centered into what I call my anchors. Whenever I feel like I don't want to do meditation, I'm actually going to do the meditation. I'm going to put my track. I'm going to do my breath. I'm going to do the subconscious rewiring. I'm going to move my body. That's very important. I'm going to go to basics, to what centers me, to what makes me feel good. That's very important.
Wow. Yes. So where can people find you and connect with the Cloud9 community? Is there already a community within the app?
So we actually have a section for community that I didn't open up, but there is a possibility that I'm going to open up later on. So watch for that.
Is this the beginning, like MVP version of the app?
No, it's the final, but I want to create it later on. There's like stages.
Yes, that's how it goes.
So we're starting with that.
Yeah.
But in the future, we're definitely going to have that. But you can find all the information in the Instagram Feel on Cloud9, where you're going to get all the updates. And also, we're doing a launch party on March 28th, 5 p.m.
That's a good number. Yeah.
Exactly, which is my favorite number. It's my lucky number, apparently. And that is where we're going to have the ability to experience Cloud9 live for free. You're going to get intuitive readings from me. If you have specific questions you want, you're going to get a chance to give like a present, giveaway, whatever that is that I'm giving, which is really cool presents and fun stuff. And you're going to be part of the newsletter. So every update, every announcement, a pop-up, everything is going to be there.
Are the pop-ups starting in New York? Or
yes, we're going to start in New York very soon. I'm going to be getting all the announcement later on. But
that is exciting. So they've got to follow the Cloud9 Instagram, stay up to date.
Yes.
Definitely come out to that if they can make it. So, Natalia, we're going to go back in the time machine right now.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Take me.
What is one piece of advice about healing and personal growth you'd give to your younger self?
It's not about what other people think about you. It's what you think about yourself, and you can change that.
That is powerful.
That's it.
Because I think most young people experience self-doubt, comparison.
All of us, girl.
Trying to keep up with Joneses. It's a part of the development.
Exactly. We want to belong.
Happens.
It's in our biology.
Yes,
we want to belong to a certain kind of group or tribe.
Yes.
But the problem with this, we lose who we are and how you find the balance between belonging and between finding who you are. And when you understand, like, everything is a reflection of you. And when you, again, as I said, you're a reflection of yourself, the way you see the self-image, the who you are, seeing yourself as perfect, everybody's just going to project that to you. Everybody's just going to see the perfection that you are. And you know what I'm saying? It's not about,
You're saying yeah, go ahead.
yeah, if a person says to you, oh, you look fat, or something, whatever.
Right.
Somebody can say something online, whatever. Or if you are a singer or an actor like we are, oh my God, we get criticized every single time, every single day.
And every single person that's saying it, especially on social media, when you don't know them, it's always just a reflection of their internal state, and it has nothing to do with you.
So here's the thing. Whatever they're saying, it's how they feel about themselves.
Yes.
If you feel triggered by anything they're saying,
It's resonating.
That is your self-image.
Yes.
You need to work on that.
Yes.
It's very interesting.
It may not even be true, but you perceive something about yourself that they're pointing out in you that's not even.
Exactly.
And there you go, room for growth.
So instead of like, oh, I hate this person, it's like, thank you for reflecting what I need to heal in me, because that is where I take my power back. So again, every person that has criticized me or said something about me, I look at them, and it's like, great, please keep going, because I know exactly how you feel about yourself and I know where your weak spots are. Fantastic. But more than that, it's like, oh, where I felt there was some truth to it, where I felt there is some components where I felt like, oh, he's right. Some of this sounds right.
Yeah.
And that's where
This is mastery of yourself, basically.
it's mastery of your reality through mastering yourself. That's what it's all about. When you master your thoughts, your emotions, your thought process, your beliefs, you mastered your life.
Right.
You literally mastered your life.
And you find that people do this, right? And then their reality changes based on these changes they've made internally.
Exactly.
In ways that they never could. They were always stuck, and then they did these practices, their vibration and frequency raised, their thoughts changed, and then all of a sudden, a job opportunity, which logically makes no sense.
Exactly.
How did that even come?
Exactly.
You know why it came? Because your frequency was in alignment. And now it could
Exactly.
finally be called into reality. Do you feel
Exactly.
like that is how this app can help people on their journeys?
Oh, 100%. I
Yeah.
mean,
'Cause we
there's
wanna
two
tell them.
paths.
We want to tell them when they're scrolling on Instagram, why Cloud9? You know, let them know.
You can go the hard way.
Yeah.
You can hustle your way out there and get sick and get tired. And you don't even want the success because it's so tiring and it's not sustainable. Or you can do the smart way. Or you can do the smart way, make your energy work for you. I call it the passive energy income. I call it the passive energy income. So it's like you dictate your energy because you're emitting energy all the time. It's just a question of what kind of energy, what kind of frequency.
Yes.
And it's like you need to know what ingredients in your energy field you want to put, what script you want to put, so people react to that script. So
Yes.
people see you in the vision that you want to be seen.
That's super important to talk about because everyone wants something, right? Everyone wants someone and something. It's the material, it's the personal, the relationships. We might call it into our world and not feel worthy enough to hold it in our reality.
Yeah.
Right? So you get it, but then you lose it. So this
Exactly.
app and this practice can help people maintain it so they feel worthy when these opportunities come into their life. So they don't
Exactly.
lose them.
They're not scared of it. They actually enjoy it.
Yes.
And they don't think any second of like, oh, I can't perform, or I can't do this right, or am I good enough, or why did I get it? They're going to know that I'm just fake and it's not really, I'm not good at it. No, it's about knowing that this is your normal.
How does it translate?
What do you mean?
From the app and the breath work, how does that, doing that practice when you're about to go perform on stage, make you feel like, let's go rock the show right now?
So if you fear to be seen, or you have a fear of failing,
Very common fears.
very common,
Yeah.
right? Especially as a performer, and you really go to the bottom of it and you heal it. It's just like you go to the stage and suddenly you just don't. It's exactly the power subconscious. It just works.
So let's break that down. So let's use that performer example. The reason they get on stage and feel fear is because they have a deep-rooted subconscious fear of being unloved. And so if they get up there and they perform badly and they get booed, they're not loved, right? So in this breathwork practice, in the Cloud9, they're doing these routines and they're feeling those feelings come up. But then what happens?
You heal them. So the body doesn't feel whenever there's a trigger, because your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and what's not. But if it feels some kind of a trigger of, oh, you might get you might be criticized. So I want to protect you, because that's what the body wants, always to protect. Your subconscious always wants to protect you. So it's going to put you on this like flare or fight where you're like just locking your jaw and you're locking your body and you have no way to produce your a vocal like any sound that sounds decent. That is the problem. Well, when you heal it and you let yourself wait, I give myself the love. I'm not I don't put myself in a position where I get my love from other people. I give myself the love that I need. I have myself. And when I go on stage, I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you boo. I don't care but that's the power. When you, as an artist, it's very important to get self-validation as your primary validation, not from the outside. And when you do that and you master it, because it's hard. It's not like, it takes time and there's a lot of layers to it. But once you get to that point and you go on stage and you fuck up, okay, and you make it as your greatest thing and people love it. And it's all about, like, again, it's not about what happens, it's your reaction to it and just the energy behind it. And a lot of times the greatest mistakes become like the greatest things after, and then people know you because of that, know. So it's really cool.
That's awesome. So how many people are currently using this app?
0.
It's brand new.
It's brand new.
Oh my gosh.
We're starting on March 28th.
Okay,
so it's not open yet.
So you've done some testing and people have used it privately. And you've gotten that amazing result. And now it's going to be released to the public. Grand opening.
So here's the thing. All the tracks are being used. I curated after doing my sessions with my clients.
Okay.
And I have my small group because I have my developers working on the app. So it was a whole thing. So I got my beta testing going. And now it's going to be exclusively open to the world on March 28th.
That is so exciting.
Yes.
So what can people expect when they first start using this app?
They can expect to have their bestie, spiritual bestie, right in the back pocket, where they can just take it anywhere they are, everywhere they are, in any situations and event, and knowing they have something. If they feel a certain way, if they feel anxiety, they feel worried, they feel in their thoughts, and they want to feel on cloud 9, they want to feel good.
That's what you call it, cloud 9?
That's why I call it cloud 9.
Where did the name come from?
It's because I channeled it, actually.
There you go.
Name just came to me, swear to God, it's not me. And it was because it's like literally makes you feel on cloud 9. And
it's
that's
very
the whole
clever.
point.
It's awesome marketing.
And 9 is like a good it's
number
a
of completion.
Exactly,
Yes.
you know. So 9 is a completion. It's also like it's in hierarchy in there. So anyway, there's a whole point to it, but it's about knowing that no matter whatever mood you are, waking up. My hair? Do I look crazy?
No, yeah, there you go.
All right.
I didn't want you to have your bits.
I appreciate it.
You're
Wait.
welcome.
Take 2. So no matter however you wake up and you're feeling, you have the power to boom, shift it, feel on cloud 9 in a matter of minutes. And that's the whole point of it. And you're going to feel led to whatever track you feel led to doing, to feel. And again, having the full responsibility of your life, full responsibility of your energy, and get yourself to feeling whatever it is you want to feel that day.
Wow. Less than $1 a day, keep the doctor away. Is there anything else you want to tell them about Cloud9 or a story, anything you want to share?
It's a great question. I want to tell you that I used to be this kind of person that I woke up in anxiety. Like that was my normal. And I thought that was normal.
Oh my gosh.
Waking up like truly not be able to breathe. Gosh. I swear to God, that was a real thing.
Knowing you now, I would never ever know that.
But that's what I'm saying to you.
Yes.
The results that you see right now, it's not happen, right? It's me working on it very intentionally. I'm not saying working hard, but I'm saying intentionally working on it and knowing because there's layer to healings, right? There's lever to your consciousness. There's lever to your awakening. And peeling every layer and every layer and every layer to get to the point where you are your higher self. And I'm not saying I'm my higher self. I'm still getting there. But just if I could tell my younger self that, oh my God, girl, I know everything is so hard. You are alone here. You feel betrayed. You feel unseen. You feel unworthy. You feel everything is hard. Money's hard. Everything feels like just like a drain. Everything feels hard. That's where I work. And knowing that you can sit right now and create an app and facilitate, and just like it's not about me. I'm just channeling this stuff, and knowing that everybody can, if that girl could have listened to this and just feel the difference and just feel that change. That's why I'm doing this. I swear to God. And I don't care if I'll be it's not about the money. It's not about anything like that. It's truly, I'm doing this for that younger version of myself, because I didn't have the money back then. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have none of that. I was just an immigrant trying to make it.
You made it.
Yeah, I got dumped and betrayed by my fiance, and I was like sitting in this apartment and like in a room in Brooklyn in Flatbush, sitting there, waking up drained, feeling like, oh my God, I gotta go teaching at 7:30 a.m. and hating it. And I had to do it and go to school, and I was like, and working literally every day till 10 p.m. just so I could survive. And I was in this cycle for so long. And I didn't know that there is a way to be abundant without working hard. There is a way to manifest like a crazy opportunities, like being America's Got Talent, like making multiple six figures a year without killing myself, being a present parent. Like these are possibilities that you can have. If I can, and I'm a girl that was born in a shitty place in Belarus, to now being here in America, living my dream, being in an amazing relationship, having my own family, doing what I love, you can do it too. I promise you. So that's my promise. That's why I'm doing this.
That is amazing, Natalia. And I have no doubt in all the time I've known you and how amazing you've been showing up for all the people in your life, your clients. You have touched us and changed all of our lives. So I urge anyone to download
Take
this
me
app
now,
and use
Jesus.
it. Yeah.
I can die now.
I mean it though. I really do.
Thank you.
You light up every room you're in, and
too.
all the work that you've done really shows.
Thank you.
So I'm excited to go on the 20th and try this.
Come, guys. Come. Yay!
Yes.